Welcome back, everyone. Let's see if we can get this thing. Oh my god, I'm actually here. Check that out. 8 o'clock on the 26th of June. Welcome back, everybody. It is a Thursday. Can you believe June's nearly over? I can't. It's been an absolute whirlwind. I hope you've enjoyed the weather. We're having a hot summer. We're going to be checking out a bunch of stuff today. We've got context, WAN vase. We're going to do some video generation. I've got a clip I want to show you. But before all of that, hello to Apollonia. Hello to anybody else who's watching live or watching later. Don't forget the join link for the stream. Join link for the description. It's just not coming out right. The blah blah. You can join our Discord. Links in the description. All right. We're back once more. And like I say, we're aiming for 200, live stream 200. Can we get a calculator right here real quick? See, I don't know what, let's just say we average 2 hours. Let's say 3 hours, because some of them were actually 7 hours. Let's say we average 3 hours, yeah? That would be 200 times 3. That doesn't look right. But it is. I think we might be more like times 5 though. There were a lot of long streams. So somewhere in the region of 600 to 1,000 hours of content. Hello Carlos TSG, welcome to the show. No intention of slowing down either. I hope the levels are coming through nice. So we got a few things on our radar. Number 1, Flux context. Is it going to open the link? Hello? Hello? Oh dear. Discord just crashed. So let's see. It's going to be Hugging Face, Black Forest, left, right. Black Forest. See, look, I'm not making it up. It's dead. Black Forest Labs. Don't tell me this is going to break next. What's going on over here? Look at it. It's so... Oh, I know what it is. That must have just finished. Whenever Chrome is doing a download, I notice that it freezes the old Discord. So I want Black Forest Labs Hugging Face. Helps if you type Hugging Face. I don't think it's actually searching. What's going on with my internet today? We are like, hello? Hello? Are we live? When my Google's doing nothing. Oh my. Okay, technical difficulties. Alright, no, it's fine. We're back. Oh! What's this? They've brought out a Flux Context ONNX. That's interesting. But we're actually just after this one. ONNX Flux Context, eh? Didn't expect that. How big is it? Wow, look at that. Clip. What? Oh, that's the little one. That'll be Clip L. Weighs in at 246 megabytes. T5 backbone, 10 gigabytes. And the transformer FP8, 23 gigabytes. Yo, it's a big boy. Alright, well, we're not going to be using that one. We're going over to the Flux One Context Dev, and then we're going to go down to... Oh, there's more! There was only one earlier, now there's 2. QuantStack has come in. I linked Bullywins earlier, so I'm actually going to get another Q8 from someone else, and we can compare them both. Let's just go ahead and download that. Now, is it got the same exact name? Yeah, it's got the exact same name. Okay, we'll call this one, put it in a folder, QuantStack. Do it with Campbell case. The model's so nice, I downloaded it twice. So let's put it in the Discord. So the other one was Buller Wins, which I haven't even tried yet. Here's an alt. And looking at the sizes, still, it seems the smallest one. This one is Q3. So the other one I think had a Q2. Yeah, the other one had a Q2, but it only went down to 4.82. So, welcome, Full Dive Media. So glad you could join us. Hello, Fernicar. Glad you could join us. Battle crews are operational. So yeah, we've got a couple of things we're doing. The first thing we're doing is we're just taking a look at this Flux Context Dev release. We're going to be downloading the GJuffs. I got 2 of them. And then we've got this, which we're going to have a little mess around with in a minute. But there's the twist. We have the stunt car. Okay. We're going to do that clip and see how it comes out. Wish me luck. It's 5 seconds long. It should be okay. Oh my God, look at the size of this workflow. Run. No crash, no crash. Okay. Oh, what's up, Fernie? I bet the images are swapped before, after. Actually, no, it's the, just so you know, Fernie just asked me about some image on one of my tutorials. This is the original, actually. It was getting rid of the fire hydrant and the lamppost. You see, the fire hydrant and the lamppost are gone, and that pavement is now grass. This is the output. I know. See, the thing is, what I did to make it hard, to make it basically to make this clean, what I did was I generated the original image with context. So that means that both images have the same look. You know, so it's harder to, yeah, I did it on purpose. So yeah, we are hoping that we get something like that, but hopefully it'll be a real car, because that would be cool. I don't know how it'll work. We're doing the canny. Canny's always fun. Let's see what it comes out. How's the download coming on? Oh, check connection. Get on with it. Still nothing? The car is ugly in the left. The car is ugly. The car is ugly. What, you mean this one? He couldn't make it. Oh, something's happening. The car is ugly in the left. It's glitching out. It's beautiful. It's more than I could ever have dreamed for. Oh boy. Well, while it's cooking this video thing and downloading that other model, it's probably a good idea to get a workflow ready, but it's just going to be a standard flux and we'll swap it out, so we'll see if we need to do anything else. Probably not. Man, the canny's taking its time. How many frames did it have? I noticed that there's no catch here for how big they are. Do you know what it is, guys? Idiots. Right. That's too big. So the canny is going to be huge. See, the resize is happening here. Right. So let's just make this better. Oh man, she's not having fun. Kill it. What's happened is it was trying to do, I bet this is a 4K video, so it was trying to canny a 4K video. Fernicar says, in the left picture on the context prop web, there's a beige, ugly car behind the post. Oh, right. Oh, I see it. Yeah, and it kind of made it silver. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. He's talking about this. Car. Better car. Right, so can we actually stop, please? It's not actually stopping. Do I have to like get out and push? If you're wondering why I don't just close it, it's because that can make it worse. What a clown. Whatever it's doing was so choked up it can't even stop. Right. We have to take more drastic measures. Okay, did it kill Windows? No, that's a good sign. If we were unlucky, it would have killed Windows as well. Right, where were we? Okay. It's annoying, but it would never have worked, so whatever. So what we'll do is we'll put a clamp in. I think I can actually work with it while it's offline. It just is a bit weird. And we're going to use the same 640, 480. So we'll do 640, 480. And I'll go fill crop to try and keep the aspect without, you know, there'll be some cropping. Now, should we do nearest 32 for the video model? Nearest 32, what do we reckon? No, because it'll mismatch. Okay. As a matter of fact, what are we sending? No, that's it. That's the only thing we're sending. So that should be enough. Okay, now look at this. Look at this strapping man here. He's not doing anything. Not this again. Right, I've got a solution. I got a solution, guys. Well, while we wait for my computer to restart, how much VRAM do I have? 24 gigabytes on my main computer, which we're working with. I got 4 on the laptop. Ah, yes. Scan PCs. Good stuff. Define worse. I don't know. This is pretty bad. It's not usual I have to restart the computer in the first 15 minutes of the show, but it is what it is. But we can do that. It's a shame it doesn't show the main monitor though. We'll be right back. Hey, I got my mouse. Right, cool. Okay, here we go. HD says. The labyrinth. What the heck? Did he hear me when I complained nothing was happening on this screen? Okay, close that. What the heck? Logitech is doing updates. Okay, that's a much better, that's a good sign. Look, it got past the first line. That's a good sign. Wait, what? Oh, that's a bad sign. You can't see anything. All right, the cat fell asleep while I was... No. Needs a hard reset, guys. There's no Elgato. How about that? It says no signal, so... I guess we'll just plug it back in. Professional. Come on. Yes. Okay. We're back in business. How to install 3D Space Cadet Pinball. That's just what I... Still there. Yeah, I got it. Close it. Go away, go away, go away. Alright, I think we're almost back in business, are we not? No, we're waiting for the... Yeah. Nightmare. It's like a crash recovery. Alright, well, while we wait... we got a new thing. OragenAI. So what I did was I made a new front end for all the portfolio stuff. So whenever I make a little mini site which is explaining how to use a tool or how to use a new model, for example, the Flux Context Prompt Showcase, which gives you 30 prompts teaching you how to use Flux Context, which is pretty useful considering that that's now come out. Oi, you just stole my focus, cheeky bugger, right? And like I said, you can find all the stuff like this on OragenAI.com. You go onto the front page, it's filters. The way I built this system, this website, there's a front page, and what it does is I have a build environment, and I've got like a public sites, and then inside there I can put a mini site, and as long as the index.html has meta tags, meta title, meta description, you know, like search engine in the header, same system, it looks at the meta tags, and that's how these cards get created. So when you run the build, it scans all of the sites, pulls all the meta information into a manifest, and then uses that to generate this front page. So if I delete a site or add a site, it just automatically appears, and then when the build is finished, I push that distribution version, and then you get this. And the nice thing is, look, we've got this, so if you're looking for MCP, there it is. If you're looking for something specific, you know, so I think as this grows, it's going to be a nice way to get access to all the, because we're vibe coding, like we vibe code websites like it's a text message. So like if I want to tell you something, I'm like readme files, yeah? What we're going to do today is we're going to turn readme files into a website. So if I've got a readme file and it's got documentation on how to use the software, I'm going to turn it into a rich website. And then I'm going to drop that website in here, run build, and then script will push to the correct folder on the server where the site is hosted. So it's already on the, you know what I mean? So then we have an agent on the server who can be told to make a website, list it in the front page, and then push the version all in one go. And I was using Claude Code, but I'm thinking Gemini CLI because everybody uses that and they give free keys out like their cookies. Carlos TSG says, I think you could do better by just in painting. I think he's talking about Flux Context, and I'll show you what that's about. We've already covered it, so that's not really what we're doing tonight, but I'm happy to take a look at it. It looks like everyone's hyped about the context release, so I'll go back to that in just a second, okay? So I can see Nagraj So the process is slow and comfy. Why? If you want speed, FP8 is slower. So FP16 is faster. So don't do GGUF in that case. Use the full version, and obviously you'll need more VRAM for that. Also, if you don't have enough system RAM for the clip, it's about 10 gigabytes sometimes. So then you might actually end up with a situation where you're using overflow. So that means it's now patching VRAM from system RAM, and that slows everything down by like 10 times at least. Jam Z says Flux Context Dev is now on Hugging Face. I'm trying to in Comfy, but I'm not sure if it's that good. It is, but only when you figure out how to prompt it. Like I say, this is why when it came out on API, I did a lot of testing. I've done a lot of commercial work with it since. It's a very good model. But anyway, let me show you. It's like Pix to Pix. Context works most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't do anything. Now, to speak to Carlos, I haven't even run the local version yet. I've been using the API, so I can't speak to it yet. We have got it downloading or downloaded. We're gonna dive into that soon. Nagraj says how to join multiple clips from one video. Suppose I have 3 clips, each 5 seconds, from same video, 15 seconds. You can do it with Media Mixer, which is from Dr. Diffusion. It's a comfy UI node. It'll allow you to join a couple of video clips together easily. So he doesn't show it on here, but there's a video merge node which allows you to join video A to video B. So there you are, Nagraj. That one is for you. Okay, and you joined the clips, but it changed in between, not seamless. Right, well, seamless generation is a whole other mystery. You're looking for a completely different thing. What was it called, guys? Frame sync or something? It came out not so long ago for Hunyan Video. But anyway, we're getting derailed. I need to get back to the main topic. But thank you for the questions. If I got time, I'll answer. Oh, you chose the last frame to continue. Yeah, that's a bit hit and miss, I find. Carlos saying, yeah, that makes sense now, what he's saying about in-painting. It's got nothing to do. You guys are talking about infinite video, which requires latent... it requires latent window shifting. And that's a completely different project. It's a Hun Yuan project. I do have workflows for that, so we'll get to it. I need to get back on track. So I need to set this video up first. So we have the remote control car. It's driving around. It's doing the drifts and crashing into things. And we're going to be using the WAN 2.1 text-to-video 14B Fusion X Vase Q8. And that is going to be using the UMT XXL FP8E4 M3FN scaled. And finally, the WAN 2.1 VAE. The prompt we're using is video of drift style. Now we're going to have to change this. Video of drift style. A camera follows. Camera tracks the, I'm just going to say white Toyota. That'll be fine. White Toyota drift car as it spins. I don't know if spins is going to be the right word. As it drives around the car park. Yes. Leave the rest of it on. Actually, as it slides around, the car is underlit. Green thing. It doesn't even have that, but we'll see if it can do it. Fog in the darkness. Racing at midnight. No. Driving at midnight in a car park. Okay. So it would have sucked anyway. Okay, cool. So then what we're going to be doing is the standard affair. So that means it is WAN base to video. Okay, we've got our prompt, obviously. Goes into the sampler. We make this canny. We're doing canny. That's the control net we're using. We've tested OpenPose as well. If you feed OpenPose into this, it can do dancing and all kinds of stuff. So you just get like a video of someone doing a dance, slap it through OpenPose. We've got another workflow which includes it. And it's DW pose unanimate. It's a special video. So if you want to do like dancing and stuff, that's even easier than what we're doing. All right. And then I'm going to go into the new comfy save video and the standard save video combined that we've always had forever. This is how it actually comes out in the case of the red Ferrari. Excuse me, sorry. I'm going to do post effects, cathode ray effect. There are many effects in my DJZ nodes pack, all kinds of stuff. We're then going to do Rife VFI. I'm doing a little trick which you may have heard by now. It's WAN generates at 16 FPS. Most models generate at 24 FPS. The model, the speed of the footage is about 30% quicker than it should be when it comes out. So by tripling, we get to 60. Sorry, by tripling it, it goes to like not 60, it's like 47 or 48, but who cares? We then interpret that at 60, and that gives the effect of a slowdown, and that's how you get this much more natural look. Obviously, not every video comes out amazing, and they're not flawless, but they hold together for long enough that you can use a clip and it looks good. Last step, of course, is upscaling. Now, I use my interlaced upscaler, which is based on the 720p to 1080i trick, where we double the rows for each frame. So it's not actually upscaling it at all, it's cheating. You don't get more quality, you just get more size. But it's done in a clever way that emulates old televisions, which is kind of the look I'm going for, like that retro look. Okay, remember, before, I'll let it play a couple times because I know the compression isn't exactly amazing on YouTube. Let's just see if we can get some more resolution on it for you. There. So this is how it looks out the box with WAN base. This is an open source model you can run on your own GPU. This is not 720p, this is like 480p, but we're going up to 720p with a interlaced technique. So if you've ever seen a 1080i television, that's how I'm upscaling. My upscaler uses interlaced. You could call it an algorithm, but it's not. It's just a way of doing the traditional stuff in rows. So it doubles the rows. Temporal radius allows it to take into account the frames before it or after it in the sequence, because it's video, right? So we can steal data from frames. You end up with something like this. Now, if you notice the noise is fading in and out, that's something I've chosen, because it's what an old 50 hertz power system used to do to the television. As the cycle of the power would go around, the noise would come in and out like this. Obviously, this is still 480p, it's just blown up. So when you look at it like that on a little screen, like a phone or something, it looks kind of nice. Nagraj is saying, I'm watching your stream and I'm also generating video with WAN base. Good moves. It's the best open source video model right now. Well, unless one came out 10 minutes ago and I don't know about it, which continues to happen. So anyway, that's the move. We know what we're doing, right? So let's see if we can break it. Okay, so it looks like we made it smaller this time, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. We've got our canny. Look at this. Oh, it's not amazing. I think I need better lighting. But you can see the car. So now it's going to be a question of if it still follows. All right, let that one load and we can take a look at the next thing. Okay, so what do I say? More context stuff. So let's talk about that for a second. So So on my new site, like I say, all of my mini sites, educational tutorials and all that stuff is going to be up on here eventually. It's like my new thing, so eventually my software will be here. You'll be able to just find it. I think it's a little bit better because I got like nearly 200 repos on GitHub now. You won't be able to find it. So anyway, like I said, Captioneer. This is my video and image captioning software, and you can just download this as HTML and run it on your own computer if you want. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's all in one file. It has search replace. It has preview for video. It's actually pretty good. And like I said, you can just edit all of you load your data set. Right, so go back. So anyway, let's talk about context because everyone's got context. So context. Let's go through the course together. It won't even take long. I made it nice and easy for everyone. So obviously I made this as like a handbook, so you can come back to it whenever you want to see the examples again. And everything you see here was made with context, okay? So change the car look, the prompt. Change the car color to vibrant metallic green. I'm going to make this text bigger. Okay. Prompt showcases, blah, blah, blah. Matching the elements, yeah? So change. So it uses the verb change, followed by the car, change the car. I know it's obvious, but this is how the model works, right? Change the car to vibrant metallic green. Wait, I think Fernicar's actually right. It's the wrong way round. Damn it, Fernicar. I'm there going, oh, no. I think not all of them are backwards. I think maybe this one's backwards, all right? Thank you, Fernie. I need to check out it's because, let me tell you how the website was made, okay? The website was made with an agent, and he was told to write a document for the art team. And then the art team is me. So I went off and made the images, and I've put the images in, and it seems like I actually messed up the file names. If they're swapped around like this, it's not an error. I just put the images in wrong, okay? That's a human error, so the AI can't take the blame. That's all me. So environmental transformations. This is something we used to use pix-to-pix models for, okay? So without having to mention everything, without having to re-describe everything, yeah, we just say, change the sky to sunset. Oh, that one's the right way around. Now, I've generated this image with context as well. These are never, there's no photos, it's all 100% generated, okay? So I've generated, like I said, I had a thing. So it was like, you need to make an image that looks like this so it can be turned into this. So I have literally made this image with Context Pro or Max, and then I've used this prompt, change the sky to sunset, and here's the result. Okay, so you didn't have to say anything. It's literally like it's prompt editing. So now wall material change. This is one that's quite good. Make the walls brick. There you go. You give it an empty room, and then now you have make the walls brick. Okay. So the concise prompt leverages context architectural understanding. Make the walls clearly identifies the structural elements, while brick provides specific material guidance. Model automatically applies realistic brick textures, patterns, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Even change the lighting a little bit. Okay. Black and white. I mean, I don't even understand. Can somebody tell me why this is like, because all you have to do is reduce the saturation of the image, like just go, yeah, 0, it's black and white now. So I never really understood this, because like you can do monochrome with a filter, you know what I mean? But fair, whatever. I suppose there's types of black and white, but whatever. So it's changed it. It's the same image, but it's black and white now. I always thought this was a bit of a strange one, but let's move on. Add sunglasses to the person. So obviously this is something which everybody's trying to use. It changes the light. Oh, it does relighting as well. Yeah, true. Fernicar's got a keen eye. Nagraj is saying, I have 16 gigabytes of VRAM and 64 gigabytes of RAM. It takes 4 minutes and 18 seconds for 81 seconds. That's pretty fast, mate, to be honest. I run my 24 gig here. It's not much different. So anyway, why this works. Add, yeah, add, the action add, and the target object, sunglasses, to the phrase, the person. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Remove background person. Now this one's a little bit cooler because it intelligently knows which person is the background person, and it removes that person, not something else. Yeah. So this is kind of cool. I kind of enjoy this one. So remove the person in the background. So you talk to it like an LLM. It's like the ChatGPT type. You know, with ChatGPT, you give it an image and you say, do this. It's more like that. And that's how I see what this model actually is. It's a conversationally based version of Flux. Yeah. Now, you can talk about it being better than Flux Dev and all that business, but that's, I think the main thing is it's a promptable, you know, like how you would prompt an LLM. So you can have a conversation with the image. All right. So remove the person in the background. So remove, action remove, target the person in the background. In the background makes it distinguish between multiple people. Okay. Ready, and he's gone. Now if I can see the pixels. There's a little blurriness around where he used to be. But this is a bit like having a dent on your car. You know where it is, and if you tell someone where it is, they'll see it forever. But if you don't tell them, they'll probably never see it. It's one of those, like I know where it is because we know where the guy was, you know? We know he was here. Yeah? But I think it did a pretty good job. Now, obviously, these are actually the same size. I'm not quite sure why, but the layout decided for some of these not to put them next to each other. Fun times. Text sign. So replace the word open with the word closed. So we have a sign which says open. We want it to say closed. So literally the prompt for context is so simple. It's replace open with closed. I know it sounds simple, like this is the real output from that prompt with this image. Okay. So you literally tell it what you want it to do, like it's an LLM. That's how I see this model. Car swap. Now this is really impressive because the silhouette will actually change. So for this one, it's going to show scale consistency, perspective matching, lighting adaptation, and environmental integration. The prompt, swap the blue car with a red truck. Now again, this is actually crazy because they're completely different shape. So source object, the blue car, and the replacement, a red truck, and obviously the word swap. Now this has got miles. Creatively, this has got miles of use. But if we just take a look at the result here, check that out. Didn't it do a good job? I think it did a bang up job. If you actually look, the wheels seem to be slightly improved, but they have completely changed. It's in the same position, same angle, but now it's the red truck. Very cool. You know, hats off moment. And nothing else has changed either. Crucially, it hasn't pilfered the rest of the image. Alright. Both of these are Flux context images. I've generated this, a blue car, and then we've, you know, swapped the blue car with a red truck. Again, you're limited by your imagination only. Okay, watermark removal. I don't actually have a good example of this one because I'll be honest, I didn't have any images with watermarks on them. I know it sounds crazy, but I just don't have any. I tried to make some and it just didn't work, so I've just put these in. We're going to move on, but they claim in the documentation that you can do something like this. Remove all visible watermarks. This includes superimposed text, logos, repeating patterns, blah, blah, blah. So I've seen people use this because, you see, the thing is I collected a lot of these prompts from the community with working examples, and then I've reproduced them. Well, except for this one. But, okay, it can remove watermarks, okay? I didn't have anything with a watermark. I generated this, but as you can see, there is no watermark on this image, so it's not really fair. So again, human error. I failed to catch that one Pokemon. All right, Place the sleek wireless headphones onto the head of a male model posing in a professional photography studio. The scene would be illuminated with clean studio lighting that accentuates the headphones design. Ensure the headphones fit naturally on his head and that their original design, color and details are perfectly maintained, with the lighting on the headphones consistent with the studio environment. And as you can see, this is the image we've put in, a product image. So many people want to do virtual try-on. The beauty of this system is you don't put the person in, that's going to be AI generated. You put the product in and then it puts it on an AI generated person for you. If you have a look at this product, it has one little chrome band here, has a little seam on the pad. We've got this design. I know it's a basic design, but you can see it is actually being represented. It's accurate. I don't know, I mean, maybe it's the wrong type of foam, but I'd say that's pretty good. You know, give it product. I want product shot of thing. And the reason this works is because you're describing the sleek wireless. Well, hang on. I've written it here. Where did I write it? Sleek wireless headphones. Clear identification of product. And then describe the person that isn't there. Right? This isn't ACE. This is context. This is why it's huge, because you can get context under 8 gigabytes with GGUF now. So we're going to be looking at that. So we're going to be making a workflow pack and adding it to the photo collection. Yeah, this is context. It's out. Open. They've released the weights. Dragon. And Furnicar. Nagraj says, AI generated black and white results. That's it. Furnicar says, all these changes should be impossible. Yeah, and we haven't even got to the advanced stuff yet. We're in intermediate, but we haven't got to the end. So, add creative localization, all right? So, dramatically reduces campaign production costs while ensuring cultural relevance. So, change the background to a sunny beach scene with a clear blue water. Replace the text Family Fun Day with Vacation en Familia, using a playful, bold font. Keep the family, their poses, expressions, and identical. Adjust the lighting to match the bright beach setting. So here's the original Family Fun Day, okay? And here is the Spanish beach version. Here we have Vacation. It's been clipped, guys. I don't know why. The full text is there. But they're at the beach now. It's the same family. Watch out for those hands. Oh, actually, the thumbs were bad in the original, so we can't blame them. We can't blame Flux for that. So it changed everything but the people. Sketchy when it's blown up like that. Okay, next, character consistency, the futuristic city. This didn't work very well. I don't think it made a big difference. So he says, man with a short beard is going to make him cyberpunk, but not really. Look, futuristic city at night, neon lights, maintain his facial features. So here's our man, and we're going to put him in a futuristic city at night. So it's not really cyberpunk. I guess he is in a city at night now. I don't think the lighting is... I don't know, man. I thought this one was a bit weak, but it did work. It did change it. Just maybe you need to like make the prompt better, because it's kind of a bit vague and low rent. But anyway, elf warrior scene transfer. So change the setting for the elf warrior with pointed ears and silver armor to an ancient lava-filled cavern. So say you've got a roleplay game character, you want to put it in a different place, you can use this to quickly just do that like instantly. So as you can see, we have our character. She's in the woods, and now she's in the cavern. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's no Laura here. There's no instant ID. There's no face swapping. There's no, composition tricks with double generations. It's relit. It is what it says it is. So we said we want the elf warrior, blah, 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 describe her, to be in the lava cannon. Stepping on a rock bridge. Yeah, there's the rock bridge. Is salad a weapon? Salad. I keep thinking that somehow that is actually also a weapon. I guarantee that somebody's been crushed by frozen lettuce. And Someone might have eaten infected salad and died of food poisoning from the infected salad. So then salad might be a weapon. I'm just responding to the chat, guys. Someone has asked me, is salad a weapon? I think yes. Salad has been used to kill. Poisoned salad? Yes, there you go. How did they get him? They got him with the poisoned salad, dudes. Guaranteed. The deadly salad. Point of View said he avoided Max and Pro. Crazy how good this model actually is. Glad to hear it, because I haven't actually used the local weights yet, so that's good to hear. Agent 47 would use salad as a weapon, says Fernicar. Dragon says put a plate of salad on the table and a bunch of fatties in the restaurant, it will have the same effect as a grenade. Zanelli says if you throw it hard enough. And Nagraj has come in. Nagraj said some are allergic to salad too, so you could accidentally eat the salad and die. So yes, salad is weapon. Weapon confirmed. There you go. Moving on. Good times, guys. Did I miss any chat up here? Nope. Just people talking about the context. Yeah, some features. It's not like an all-in-one. There's reasons why you're going to end up going back to the other model, but I want to know if I can load a Laura with it and say make the trigger character in a different place, because that would be fat. We haven't got that far yet. So costume change with identity. So we're going to change the girl in the red polka dress. Is this got the right image? Yeah, it does. Change the girl in the red polka dot dress outfit to a sleek black spy catsuit with a utility belt, while maintaining her youthful facial features and determined stance. Now remember, guys, all of these are raw outputs, no upscaling. I didn't want to mislead people by showing them, refined or upscaled results. But yeah, so this is the girl in the polka dot dress, and now she's in the black catsuit. Obviously, it's not very fair that it's been blown up like that. It's doubled the size of the image for some reason, but you can see same place, same pose, same person. It's a little bit, I don't know, the face looks worse there though. Might just be it's been blown up, I don't know. And you can always just roll another seed. So these are all one for one, you know what I mean? I haven't cherry picked, I've literally just done it. There's the result. Robot in the Zen Garden. Is this put the robot in the Zen Garden? Okay, I think this one was a bit weird. Yeah, see? No cherry picking. This is how it came out first time. You know? 'Cause I probably could have made like 10 of these and got the good one, right? But I don't do that. All of these are up on OragenAI.com, which is where I keep all of my little projects. It's like a new mini site. We're just looking at one of them, because when the API came out, I made this. Now the weights are out, and suddenly this is like super useful for everyone again. So this is good for product stuff. So change the color of the bright yellow stand mixer to pastel mint green. So again, change the color and then identify bright yellow stand mixer to pastel mint green. That's the new color. Meticulously maintain its metallic finish, logos, button details, shadows. Okay. There's our yellow mixer. And there's our mint green mixer. We go back. It's the same. It's the same. Now obviously if this is real, you're probably going to be putting in your text anyway, so I don't care about the weird text. You'd have a logo. But yeah. Van Gogh style transfer. Did this work? Transform to Starry Night. There's the full prompt. Here is before, a city at sunset. Here is the Starry Night. So, you know, it can do your style transfer as well, and you can tell it to pay attention, like I say. Swirling brushstrokes, vivid night colors, original composition, recognizable skyscraper forms. So there it is again, before and after. And these open weights go down to just under 5 gigabytes. So if you've got a 6 gigabyte, even a 6 gigabyte can run this, I think. You'd have to offload your clip and VAE to system RAM or CPU mode, right? But it's entirely feasible, and you can actually get GGUF clip models now, so you might be able to get that down to 5 gigabytes. So that means, like, in theory, a 6 gigabyte GPU with 16 gigabytes of RAM should be able to do it. It'll be slow, but it can do it. I recommend Q8, by the way, which is what we're going to check out in a minute. We've got 2 Q8 models to check out. Probably going to check them both out. So, pop art conversion, Warhol aesthetic. Convert this portrait to a vibrant pop art style similar to Andy Warhol, using bold contrasting colours and a screen printed look while maintaining all facial features accurately. Here we have before and after. That's your pop art. Okay. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Convert, action, this portrait, the thing we're doing, to vibrant pop art style, and then you can say similar to Andy Warhol, and you can continue to refine exactly what you want, maintaining all facial features, the screen printed look, all of these things are there. Very nice, very nice. Like I said, this is beautiful because it's literally just, it's available to such a wide range of machines. So now, technical drawings. Restyle this house illustration to a detailed architectural blueprint style with white lines on a blue background, including annotations and measurement lines, while keeping the house's overall structure. So you see the difference in the prompt style. I hope it's getting banged in, yeah? It's not like the other models. It's more like when you talk to an LLM like a ChatGPT style editor or a Pix editor, where you ask what you want it to do by clearly identifying and using actions. Clearly identifying the thing, what you want. It's more of a conversational type of editing. So here's our original. Wait, what? That's not. Okay, guys, I think I made a human boo-boo. I think I put the images in the wrong one. Yeah, look, bioluminescence. Hang on. Ah, crap. Right. Okay, these are the images for the last example, guys. Okay, I'm only human, allegedly. So that's the house, and there's the architectural blueprint drawing sketch thing. Okay. And then now, if we look at this one, this will be the bioluminescent forest transform. Transform the forest path into fantasy bioluminescent forest path, glowing plants, magical particles. I'll go back, and then we can look at this one again. There you go. There's the big reveal. Whoopsie. I've obviously put the names of the files the wrong way around. That's my bad. Because the funny thing is that AI made the website, and I made the images, and all of the problems with the images. It's making me look bad. So anyway, yeah, that's those two. So comic book ink style. This is going to be a popular one, I think. We're going to be doing Ghibli tonight when we test this thing out. Should be fun. Transform this classic car photo into a gritty comic book ink sketch style with heavy blacks, sharp outlines, and dramatic cross-hatching for shadows while maintaining the car's distinct model features. Here's the car. Nice. A classic. And there you have it. There you have it, guys. You want to make some cartoons? So good. And that's just one style. So cool to see it advance like this. That's beautiful. Alright. Wizard underwater. I don't even remember this now. A wizard with a long beard is now underwater. So there's the wizard. Yeah, I guess he's underwater now. His staff emitting magical light while maintaining facial features and iconic beard. So there's his iconic beard. Yep. See, it kept the beard in the face, I guess, as best it could. I think this is a bit better. But it's tried its best, hey? Interior design iteration. So, you want to change the grey fabric sofa to a dark brown leather sofa? I think this is pretty self-explanatory, isn't it, guys? Sofa to sofa. They should have called it that. Sofa to sofa tech. Right? Don't like that one no more? Get that one. Yeah, buy this one. It's just like the old one, but more leathery. Advanced text styling. Replace the text open with closed for lunch on the sign while maintaining the same vintage font style, red colour and slightly weathered look of the original text. Yeah. Open. And this one's pretty nice because it does a great job of replicating this. Closed for lunch. And this is blown up as well, so it's harder to pass when you see it. Nagraj says, no ripple, no bubbles in the water. No, not realistic. Yeah, I know. It's not the best, But again, I don't cherry pick. I just show you, this is what I got, first output. Great at drawing. Yeah, great at drawing. Comics and cartoons are back on the menu, basically. The trick will be keeping it consistent. I won't be surprised if we see a whole bunch of new tools that aim to deal with that. So mountain transfer. So change the sunny beach background to a snowy mountaintop scene at sunset while keeping her in the same position pose and maintaining her facial features. So you see, that's not bad because it's like we basically got control net open pose without it. You know what I mean? We've just said change the sunny beach to a snowy mountaintop scene while keeping her in the exact same position and pose. Not bad. Laura's work, do they? Point of Google. Nice one. That sounds great. I can't wait to start using this with my Laura's. Wait, an end of thing? No. There are more. There are master level techniques. Iterative scene edition, where we add the dog. See what happened there. Yeah, there's more. Universal object removal template. Wait. Oh, this is the one that they were talking about earlier. So it says, remove the, describe the thing. E.g. red fire hydrant at the left. Naturally reconstruct background details such as, mention them, grass and trees. Okay? So this is a template that shows you how to remove anything and replace it with anything. In this case, we replaced the lamppost and the fire hydrant with a bit of grass, a grass strip. Okay. So this is a bit more complicated, but that's why this is in the advanced section. Okay. Poster. Event poster text with effects. Replace Music Fest 2025 with Soundwave Gala 2026 while maintaining the existing futuristic bold font, glowing blue neon effects and central positioning. But ta-da! Now that is sick. I remember when we were doing the Joe Rogan podcast thing and we were doing like trying to make new text that looked like the thing, these, you know, he sits in front of the lights, neon lights that says Joe Rogan Experience or something. We were messing around with that. The only thing that could do it right was ChatGPT editing the original image. And this is, it's just going to be able to edit it from, make Joe Rogan say whatever you want. Cool. And so then we get to this as the most advanced one. So we used the picture of the woman that we changed her to the mountain, remember? So at first, it builds on the previous edit, woman on the snowy mountain. And now we're going to add the dog. So add a friendly Siberian husky dog sitting next to her on the slope, looking towards the sunset while maintaining the woman's appearance and sunset lighting. And there you have it. So she was on the beach. And it slightly rotated her, made her look a different way and put a doggo in. Not bad. So like I said, I'm impressed. I think this is solid. Oh, it worked, guys. Oh, shit. I might have to just clock off and go home. It doesn't get any better than this. Oh my God, did I just top the whole show? Oh my God, what the hell? Ah. Mate, special effects is cooked. I'm leaving this playing. I'm leaving this playing. I'm gonna go and go. I'm doing coffee time, no animation today. Basically coffee time, but full screen on this because this is like I've been working towards this. This is a pre-trained Laura, guys. We pre-trained Laura already for WAN. Holy shit! I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That isn't just good. That's really good. That was one shot. No cherry picks. That's the first one I've ever done. I'm making. Give me 10. I want 10. I want 10. Give me 10. Or whatever. 16. Give me. Is it a different seed every time? Shit. Better not be fixed. Is it a fixed seed? If it is, I just screwed up. No, it's not. It's random. Okay, cool. Back to the thing. So yeah, we have a remote control car. Time to buy a new remote control car, guys. I got swappable bodies, yeah? 1 to 10 scale. Thing is, you don't really need to though, do you? Because I can just prompt it to be a different car. I said white Toyota, and it's made it a Skyline thing. But I love how it's actually... I don't know which bit of the video it's copied, but probably the beginning. Yeah, the beginning. There. And then it ends because the video's too long. Oh, man. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Holy shit. It's nice when a plan comes together. Oh boy. This confirms my suspicion, and now I have so many questions. Hey, how come I'm still there? I'm not still over here. I'm over at the coffee machine right now. I obviously forgot to walk out. Yeah, the regulars here will know how long I've been working on that Laura. We already did it. In the garage. We already did it. Just go back in the streams. You get everything on live stream, from curating the video to training the video to testing the video. All of it. Released the captioning tools as well. We looked at them briefly earlier today on my main website at OragenAI.com. You'll find the link to Captioneer, and you can use video data sets, so videos with caption files. I'm back. Man, I'm just like basking in the glory. Oh wait, is it making another one? It's making another one. Hang on. Oh wait. Yeah. See, a feature of this workflow is it breaks everything up into batches of 60 frames, so even if you have like a small computer, it won't cook on the upscale. And let me just show you that right now. So as you can see, it's doing batching here. So as you can see there, Meta Batch Manager 60, but just for the last bit, just for the upscale. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be, look at this. This is just Donut Club. Look, every single video is just the same, it's the same-ish car doing a donut in a new location. I made a donut generator, guys, with my remote control car. Oh, dude. See, the thing is, this means props are back. Because the thing is that the AI understands, oh, there's a thing that's moving. It's a car. I'll make what I know. So I reckon if I mess with the denoise, I might be able to get it closer to this. But here's the thing. This is actually a trained car. Let me show you. Let me show you. So that isn't just any old car. I can show you that car. This is good. So that means you can train a car. It might not be this one. I think it might be this one, but it's a different version. So in V0, we just trained, look, see this car here? But it's a merge of this car and a Skyline, because there's, in the video where I trained this model, there's a Skyline and a RX-7, I think, right? And they kind of merged into a generic Mazda and Toyota. So in every video, because we didn't tag it, it was just XJX style video of custom cars racing on Tokyo highways at night, JDM style found footage. It looks super nice. It's a really good generator, this model. Okay, but this was done for, I think, maybe 1.3, not 14B. The V1 was trained with slightly better captions. Yeah, much better captions. So you end up with slightly different scenes and whatever. V2 was even more different captioning or using different rank. So. And then the V3. I'm not done with you. See, this isn't even. I'm pretty sure there's like other ones. Hang on. Where are Mountain Racing is my latest one. Tokyo One 14B. We go back. Where's the Hunyan stuff? Here we go. The Tokyo meets and the highway racing. So this one came out crazy. The Hunyan is actually really good at like accuracy. So as you can see here, we've got the Skyline and we've got the RX, the two types of car, but they kind of merge together, and that's pretty much what I'm seeing with this too. But it's the same car though. Do you know what I mean? It's the same enough. Wow, that's so cool. Have I got it on 49 frames or something? Did I turn the number of frames down to speed it up? No, it's on 81. Strange. So let's take a look at the... This is the actual output from the model before all of my tricks have been put onto it. And if you think that it's stuttery or like choppy, that's not YouTube. It is. And in fact, if we zoom right in, look at the texture on that. Look at the texture on that there. Oh, it's beautiful, that is. Ooh, I love it. It's all bumpy. You know, you can like almost see the pixels. But yeah, so anyway, this is the actual output that we get. I'm not going to move it around. Oh, there we go. I'm actually back now. But yeah, like I say, this is what it looks like when it comes out. 16 FPS, so yeah, it's going to be a bit choppy. So obviously what we do is I use my cathode ray effect, which is on fluctuating preset. You can use static, degraded, or a custom, and then you can put your own math expression. It's noise over time. That's what it is. Because when you look at noise, it's not flat. It changes over time. And so you end up with a noisier version. Look, see how it's all snowy everywhere? I also put a bit of that sick chromatic aberration everywhere, but that's a choice. You don't have to do that. Okay? Like I say, it's up to you. I think if you just turn off the color bleeding, it doesn't do it. I've got all kinds of effects, so. And then we do the interpolation, as I said earlier, it's a ×3, okay? And ×3 interpolation gives you this, which is nice and smooth, but it's still a bit jerky, yeah? So we slow it down by about 25%-ish, and the way we do that is by interpreting it at 60. Okay, so it's kind of like reinterpreting by stretching them out using keyframes and MPEG-4 compression to figure it out. So then it ends up coming out looking like this, which I think looks a bit like a crappy camera phone. Obviously the chromatic aberration is a bit like, that's a stylistic choice, but this looks like a crappy camera phone to me. Obviously it's not vertical, which would be the finesse, right? Make it 9:16. Matter of fact, should we do that? Can we do, what's 9:16? I can't be bothered to math. Hold up. Okay. Not now. Not now. Stop tempting me with new features. God damn it. This is how you know the acceleration is accelerating, guys. Every time you log into a new tool that you like or whatever, it's like showing you the new features every day. Every day. Okay? I feel like it's going to get to the point where you're like logged in and it just goes, ba-ding, yeah, we've changed everything again, like in the same day. They need to calm down. Alright, so I just want to ask you a simple question, right? I have 640 by 480 video and wish to create 9:16 aspect ratio with the same total pixels which must have sides divisible by 32. And you think, why are you asking this to an LLM, Drift? Well, because actually that's a bit of a complicated piece of nonsense, and he'll just give me the answer. You guys know, I'm sure you guys know by now. There's like no point. And the answer, could I get it an answer quicker from a different model? Probably. Alright, so both sides divisible by thing, blah 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 blah. So what do I need to do? 736 by 416. That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that a weird pixel resolution? Oh, hang on. Or 768 by 384. That sounds much more like it. We'll do that. 768. So 384 by 768. It's an experiment, guys. So let's just cancel all the jobs. What was it he wants to do? Because I've never tried this. Because it's the same total pixels. He's got a chance. 384 by 768. It's so weird. 384. So 768. 384. What the heck? Such a weird size. And then we want to do the same thing here. Oh, got black bars. Black bars, pad it. Can I do a custom? I forgot to make a custom version. Oh wait, it's got a 9:16 aspect ratio. Okay, so that means I'll take the 640/480. Change. Wait. 384. Okay, change it to 384 by 384. Yeah, and then put it through the black bars. So that will make it black. Do you know what I mean? It will use black to make it vertical. So then the actual canny is just in the middle of the screen, and then it can just outpaint. You know, if it can even make. I don't even know if it can even make vertical. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? But yeah, so my idea is simple: is to take the original video canny and then put black above and below the original, whatever the frames here. So is it 384 and 384? So then, like I said, it'll make up the difference. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I think what we'll do is just do a preview here real quick. Like that. Right, we'll wait for that to show up. He's just busting donuts out everywhere. Love it. Oh yeah, just for the record, yeah, the car does crash there. It crashes into the wall at the edge of this recording. It goes bang. Just so you know, remote control cars crash every single time. No doubt I'll need a new shell after like 3 uses, even though I'll try my best. Okay, who is here? I need to check all of the comments because you guys are chatty tonight. Let's have a look. It's like shrunk my chat, so I can't bloody see anything. Okay, who's talking? Who's talking? Nobody can post links. Masubi trainer. Wan Laura. La 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 la. So yeah, you want to train? You want to do foul AI or replicate? I got loads of links up. Just check out the links in the Discord. Come and join us. I'll give you more after the show. Because I do all of my training now on the 14 billion model. Do it in record time. So yeah, as I was trying to say, just to show you, because it's best to just show, isn't it? Whoa. Did it work? Do you know what? It kind of did work. It did. It worked. But then how big is each individual image? That's what I need to know now. Select images. That is 384 by 682, my friend. Okay, so we'll change it to 682 then. I know it's not... Oh, we're not allowed to do that. All right, fine. We'll have 768 then. And we'll just hope. I bet it'll just stretch it. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. So let's check the canny, and I just, I'm just sort of double checking it before I make it run. Oh, look, it kind of works. Guys. Okay, sometimes there's a little bit of a line. But it worked. You know what I mean? I had this theory with depth. Sorry, not depth, open pose. So when you have an open pose, and the open pose is like in the middle of the image, to make it 9 to 16, you can just put black bars top and bottom, and then the thing is dancing around in the middle of the screen, and then it'll just... Oh, look at that. That's actually kind of cool. It's weird though, look, because it's like there's still an edge. There's still an edge to the screen for some reason. Alright, we'll give it a go. It might produce a weird artifact, but we'll give it a go. Let's take it out and just make one. Okay. Now then, while it's making that, we need to skip to a new tab. Let's see if I can find another comfy around here. There's another one here. What's that? What's that? You gonna load or what? Yeah, guys, check it out. So cool. Like I said, all I have to do is drop an entire mini site in a folder, run this, and the tags are determined by the meta in the web page. So then it just automatically comes up on the front. I've been trying to figure out a good way to do this for so long. I'm going to open source the method and shove it up on GitHub soon. Oh, right. It was the rollerblading stuff. So yeah, using the same workflow but different pre-trained models and using open pose, we have a quad skater trying to do a rollerblade grind, which doesn't work. But he did do it. Look, if we take a look at the motion that's being put in here with the open pose, that's what we're giving it to do. Yeah, I'm very confident that this can do your dancing and stuff. You could probably train like a dancer character as a Laura, I would say, and then just make it do all the dances like Hatsune Miku. So if we take a look at the final, look at that. That actually kind of almost looks like footage. If it wasn't that it was doing something that breaks physics, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just like some guy's recording, you know? Obviously a trained eye can pick this stuff out, but it's getting harder and harder for the layman to tell the difference. You know, if it's not like obviously some dude breaking the laws of physics, it'll pass. So we're gonna get ourselves a photo flux, and let's get a photo basic. Let's get a photo basic or a jujuf maybe. The funniest thing about this, right, is that, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and you don't need new workflows, right? Look at this. Floater, Flux, Laura, CNET, lines, right? Let's get this one. Flux, Laura, lines 20. I bet that came out last June, okay? It's so old, there isn't even a project file generator in it yet. So what we're going to do then, this is one of my first Flux workflows. Hasn't changed, doesn't need to change, okay? Here we have a JJuff loader. Here we have a JJuff dual clip. Again, last summer, yeah? So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find my JJuff. Well, I don't need the JJuff. Well, clip L and JJuff T1, right? Plug that one into the reroute. So this supports anything you want, you know? And then we get the thing here. What do we got? Do we have it? I don't even see it. Refresh. The tab's been open for 6 months. The list is like, yeah, there you go. Now we've got it. We got it. The list was so old. So, Flux context dev. Now we should have another one in a folder. What happened to that one? I bet it never finished, did it? It's Google Chrome. But we've got one of them, okay? We've got one of them. This is the first one that I linked in the Discord earlier today. Going to be using the standard VAE. As you can see, this is the launch VAE, which they named .sft, but it's the same one as the safe tenses. All right. Now this is so old, we were even using this, which we don't use anymore. So I just delete that. So that means that the prompt is going to be anime KZK woman pointing a gun. Wait. Okay, what? Okay, right, yeah. So it's just, there you go. There's it's the prompt. There's a prompt. She's. Wait, does the camera have red hair? Pointing the gun at the camera. Shooting a gun directly at the camera. Let's just repeat. Do we have that Laura loaded? No. Do we have that Laura loaded? No. So I'm going to delete this stack. I'm just updating it, guys, because this is absolutely ancient, but it doesn't take much. So there's no upscaler built in here. So that's the context. It's the same back end. That should all be fine now. So Laura stack. We'll do the Laura off for now. I don't want to confuse things straight out the gate. We on text to image? Yeah, text to image. So where's my aspect ratio? There we go. I want to do some 9 to 16s today. Fixed. Change that to random. Project name. So now I'm going to just sort out my project file path real quick. So I'm going to call this one Flux Context Test 1. Because I forgot the name of the guy. My bad. Okay, so we'll delete this and plug that in. There. So now we got, what's this? Be folder, and then here be context, and then here would be Flux. There we go. Good. Good. Basically, it's like subdirectories. I tend to make a whole bunch of outputs. I don't really want them all in one folder. So that's how I deal with that. This has image to image as well. All you do is just change that there to 2, and this is the image to image denoise. So it's set to 0.1 at the moment. I'm going to change it to 0.75, but we haven't got that far. We'll be doing text to image first. All right. I think we did it. We got there. So at the moment, asking it for KZK woman with red hair shooting directly at the camera is going to be like the old way, but I think it still works. So I'm going to start that. I believe it's actually finished. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my trick worked. It just did outpainting for free. Dudes, outpainting with my black bars. All it does is put black bars automatically to the correct aspect ratio. No matter what you put in it, it puts black bars. How big are they going to be? So they're padded black bars to aspect ratio. Super simple. You know, we've got the canny from the video. It's the remote control car. Yeah, look at this. So we go from this to this. Dude, The show just peaked. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 25 minutes now. Shit. Let's check the vitals on this, yeah? Let's check the vitals. Oh, look, see, I knew it. Resume. File wasn't available. God damn it. Someone... You got to get in there quick, guys. So look at this. If you saw that in a TikTok, what would you think? Does it look real enough? Is it real enough? Does it need to be more real? What if I told you it was just my remote control car that I filmed 5 minutes ago on my phone? Come on, guys. It's time to get creative. This is like, I've never seen anything like this. What can you do? What can you do with this? I'm interested to see what it'll do with the next little bit here, because it's like, it's not actually processing the whole clip. I don't want to extend the video length. That's not what I want to do. I just want to take a different piece of that video. And the thing is that the way that we're loading video here, the new comfy method, doesn't give me any offset or anything like that. Let's see what the other clip looked like, because I have two clips. And this one, I think it's going backwards, which is not ideal. And it crashed again, by the way, just so you know. A professional driver. I'm just a cameraman, okay? There's a professional driver operating the vehicle. If he crashes, he knows what he's doing. And also, the car doesn't have brakes, so have some sympathy for him. There are no brakes on these things. You know, to brake, you have to put it in reverse, and it's rear-wheel drive. So just imagine that your braking strategy was slamming the car in reverse with slick tires. Doesn't work. Drift tires are like, don't, you know, they have grip because there's too much power. But I love it. So yeah, that's not going to work. So I think what we might do is just modify the workflow somewhat. What the heck? Yeah, let's just modify this workflow, because the problem with it is I can't do any offset stuff. See, the thing about the community is they do create the best tools, okay? No offense, Comfy, you guys are awesome, I love you, but I gotta do it the proper way, guys. Load video, upload. I gotta use this one, because what this doesn't have, this has, which is, because look, we got apparently, hang on a minute, we got 54 frames. So how many of them are actually getting loaded? It should have 81 frames. Huh? Now I'm confused. I'm confused now. That's a 4-second clip. That's a 5-second clip. Oh, stupid me. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Right. So, yeah. So what I was trying to say was we have been looking at the first 81 frames of 152. So what I want to do is I want to offset it. So how about we do the last 81 frames? Yeah? So you'd think, oh, just offset it by, but I want to get it to be 81, right? So obviously we're going to do a bit of a subtraction. 152 minus 81 is 71. So I'm going to skip 71 frames. Okay, and then we'll get 81 frames. Okay. Now I wonder if I could make my life easier by using 16 FPS, but nah, we won't do that. It seems to be doing fine. So now we're going to get this. Little bit of a skirt, and then race towards the camera. Okay, that looks cool. Yep. So now we just need to actually plug this in, because it's like I say, it uses the comfy native video loading. Now I don't know if there's like some kind of, if they got like another thing which you can do for skip and stuff. Is there like an extra? You never know with these guys. But no, I don't think so. So I'll just plug it in here. Don't worry about it. Alright. Little bit of a retrofit there, but it's all worth it. Okay, so now we can take our offset, so we don't have to just keep making the first bit again. And you can get creative with this, because you could do 10, 20, 30, 40 and get a slightly different motion in each generation. You know, obviously we've got a completely different scene. So, you know, just changing the first, you know, whether it starts at 10 or 20 or 30, you get a different animation sequence and it's going to be a completely different location. The reason that the car is consistent is because of the drift effect. Okay. Which is available on Civet. We took a look at that. I think it is the... DJZ Tokyo Racing. Where's the drift model? Am I insane? It's this one, isn't it? Why did I call it Mountain Racing? I'm changing it because it's like that's confusing. It's not, well, it is that, but okay, let's just do that because, you know, it's the DR1 FT style basically, and as you can see, this is the sort of stuff that it generates when you ask it for a red Ferrari, right? They're not all as good as that. Okay, some of them look like this, which isn't bad, but you know, you can tell it's fake. It's trained on a GTA 5 drifting videos. You can kind of see it sometimes, like at the start of the video you can see it's very GTA 5, and then you come up to here and it's like kind of like, I don't know, turning into every video game ever. Which is how the models work. So again, see, we've ended up in the same sort of place. But yeah, this one was actually post-processed and noised and all the rest of it. So I put that one up for the thing. We're doing a thing. All right. How are we doing? How are we doing? Is it doing it? No, it's not doing it. Am I doing it on a different tab? No. Oh, we got an anime chick with some kind of pistola. A gun. That can't be it. Come on, make the video. What have I not hooked up right? Something wrong? Oh, no, look, that's the right canny. Maybe I shut a tab. Sometimes if you close tabs, it'll cancel the job. Oof. That's never a good sign. Ugh. What the? Skip versed frames. Is it? What? It doesn't seem like it's enjoying itself with that skip frames today. I mean, it's working. It's working. Maybe it's having a brick over the last frame. I don't know. I'll just wait and see. It's giving a lot of errors out, guys. Seems to be cooking. Like I say, the biggest deal with the WAN 14B Vase Fusion X is you can run it with 8 steps. That's right, 8 steps with a 1 CFG. And that makes it blisteringly quick, even with no flash attention, no Sage, no, you know, T cache, none of that. I think, to be honest, that some of that stuff is built in though. I think that's what Fusion X actually is. I didn't have the time to look into it proper. But I like it, so I just call it WAN Lightning and be done with it. Nagraj says, please post a link to the LoRa training video. What, for WAN? There isn't one. It's only available exclusively on these live shows, and we're doing a bit of a thing, yeah, 200 live shows from Christmas until now in the AI generative space. We're nearly there, man. What are we on now? 181? So we're on our 181st live show. I think it wasn't that long ago. I tried to make the titles better. The problem is that let me see if I can just give you the link for the place where we train them. That'd probably be the nicest thing to do, wouldn't it? We'll just go fast WAN foul. Fast WAN foul trainer. Nah, that's... I don't think that's it. That doesn't look right. Hold up. Replicate WAN training. Aha, Ostrus. Ostrus. This is the one. Yeah. Ostrus WAN LoRa trainer, WAN 2.1 14B video model. Using it. This one's using images. This one's not it either. Crap. Where's the one that trains video? Well, look, let me be honest. If you want to train video with images, this is the right one. But to be honest, we want to be doing this with video. Okay, it's an important distinction when it comes to video. So yeah, that's not it either, guys. I'm just trying to remember where or what now. Maybe if I sign in, it'll just show me where I used it. I bet it is actually on FAL. Why am I having to do this again? Skater style, Keaton, drift. Yeah, look, here we go. Look, drift v0. So yeah, this is the right one, and I was using H100s. Did it 2 weeks ago. So let me find the actual thing where I train this. Come on. Where's the thing? Where is the thing? C480p, 81 frames. Obviously, I put my data set in there. Wait. Pushed models. Trainings. No trainings. How about we go back? To like, May till today. Hey, WAN LoRa Trainer by ZSXKIB. This is the one. Alright, I'll put that link up in our Discord. If you want to join, the link's in the description. You'll be able to find the link there. I'm going to chuck it in my inside line, which is up near the top, near all my stuff here for the info channels. 14B video trainer. Now I will say, if you see here, look, input zip, a zip file containing video and caption data. Zip should contain at least one video file and optionally caption files. Now I do segment my videos, so I'll cut my video into like 3-second clips and I do caption them myself, but you don't have to. You can just put a zip file with clips of video. You click here, you drag it in there, yeah, or click on the thing, you just do it there, and make sure to make yourself a trigger word. You'll need that to activate the LoRa when it's done. And with the auto caption, it's going to use QuenVL, which is what most people use to auto caption anyway. You can additionally do auto caption prefix and suffix. All right, so you can say a video of, or in the style of. So there's a lot of options. Sometimes if I'm doing a lot, like say I've got a lot of video clips, I might take it up to 2000, but that's completely up to you and highly experimental. I think that's it. I don't think you need a Hugging Face key to read this repo, but if it asks for one, you just put a read token here and you can get them with a free account if you've never done that. But don't forget to pick 14B. The default is 1.3. Don't forget to pick 14B, otherwise you're training the old model. It doesn't matter if you do text to video or image to video, as far as I can tell. Another thing which is important is the video clip mode. I use multiple overlapping, not single beginning. It will make the training take longer and be more costly, but you will train better motion, which is the whole point. If you don't get good motion, what's the point, So that's it. There's your crash course for WAN 14B training. If you need any more help than that, just come and ask us on the thing. Oh, and don't forget, with this bit here, it's quite confusing, but all you do is just type my new LoRa create model. That's all you do. And then obviously upload your files, set your trigger, and off you go. If you come with your own captions, you can uncheck that. But I would still put your trigger in here. typically, you know, if I was doing like, I don't know, like Sylvester Stallone in Rocky, I do R0 CKY as my trigger. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do. And like I have like I just have like a few clips of like Rocky boxing in the ring, and I do that. But it'd be literally like, I don't know, 23-second clips of boxing in the ring with Rocky, like that. And it won't make you a Rocky boxing model, but it will make you a really good boxing model, which you can then prompt the Rocky to be anyone, you know, which I think is actually more. I don't care. I'm not here to photocopy stuff that already exists. I'm here to make new stuff. You see what I mean? So like, that's how I look at it anyway. But you can do what you want. So there it is. Lang Laura Trainer. Good times. Oh yeah, boy. Let's have a look at this then, hey? I find it really funny. Wait. No way! Look at that! This workflow's a winner. I'm going to go publish it in my... yeah, let's do that now, actually. Let me put this back up top, because otherwise it's confusing for everyone. Let's see, I think it goes about there-ish. It's too big. The workflow's too fat. I know what to do. Take that down there, put that up there. This still doesn't really work, but what's this? Zenkai prompt. You guys don't have that. Maybe. It's easy to download though. Thousands of prompts. Who doesn't want thousands of free prompts? Okay. Get rid of this and that. It's fine. I will live without it. Damn, dude. Oh man, what? Okay, right. Make another one. So what I want to do is I want to put this here too, and what? Get rid of that. Do I not have a note on this model? Yeah. Oh man. I can't even find my, you know, my bits and pieces. I need my bits and pieces. Look, this is ancient. It doesn't even have, look, it's got the wrong YouTube channel on it and everything. What a nightmare. Do I not have anything recent? So yeah, by the way, here's context, by the way, yeah. It's working, but I'm not happy. Not happy with it. Wait. Aha! Johnson's Besto, right, we're gonna steal that. Basically, all I needed was, no, not that one. Not that one, that one. There we go. Johnson's Besto, tiled flux, blah 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 blah. No GANs, no pans, no GANs. Okay. So what's this going to be? Johnson's out paint canny video puppet special effect video thing. Nah, we need to do better than that. How about just 114B face? Yeah. And then this one is the Le Scuffed Epoch. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video, guys. Really appreciate it. ScuffedEpoch.com with Scuffed Radio, which is what you're listening to right now. I never really know if you can even hear the music, guys. We're turning it up and down all the time. Who knows? Make me another video. So yeah, let's just see now. Is this actually... No, it's not. It's none of that. WAN, Vase, Fusion X. And I think this one is going to be... I mean, technically it's canny, but it's canny with black bars. So it turns into outpainting. That's what we've done. We've turned vertical format canny into... Sorry, we've turned horizontal format canny into vertical format video with LoRa. So I guess LoRa, canny... LoRa canny outpaint? Padding? Fusion X padding. Let's just say padding. I mean, it's difficult. What are you going to call it? Call it version 10. Copy that. Change this to the Scuffed Epoch. And then this is obviously wrong as well. So it'd be ScuffedEpoch.com. And now we've also got the new OragenAI. Because also there is no source, but it's kind of unrelated, so I don't mention it. But it's cool as well. So this would actually be WAN pack. We don't do any of that stuff anymore. There we go. We don't do that stuff. Don't do that stuff no more. So I should actually put the GitHub up there though. I think that's actually something which I should start adding. Just as a... Even though they shadow banned me for 3 days, I forgive them. So, Civitai models is also kind of pointless. Oh, well, no. That's actually fine. I think that is just... Wait. Nah, that's... Yeah, that's not correct. Okay. Stupid. Right. Super outdated. Man. I'm just going to make a note of that because I bet loads of them are wrong. It's because I've been doing it for so long. Everything gets changed. Right. It'll be alright. Wait for it. Ah, look. They're gone. Right, so what I'm going to do is change the offset like I said I would, yeah? So we're going to go down to 51. Ah, and then we need to cap it at 81. There we go. So now it's going to do a little flick. Come back. Ooh, actually no, go back further. How about 30? How's that start? Interesting. What about 20? Ah, I see. 24. That will be interesting to see. Okay, cool. Do another one. So it's doing the special effects, basically. That's really good. Do you know the first thing I ever did? In fact, do you know what? I might actually be able to find it. Do you know what? Let's have a little... let's dive into the past. 2022. Stable diffusion. Is that it? Wait a minute. I need to figure this out. Hold up. Where are the cars at? Where are the cars at? Need to find my DJ Gits. There it is. DJ Gits. AI Gen. Drift cars. Look at that. Right. So this is what we're about to look at, all right, just as a little spicy reminder. So over here we have the video that we've just generated with our pre-trained LoRa's and a remote control car, right? That's what this is. We filmed a remote control car. Now we have that. Okay. So how about we take a look at November 2022, which isn't even 3 years ago, and Stable Diffusion just got released as a bot in a Discord channel that no one had ever heard of. Okay. And these are some of the images which I generated on that first night when it first came out. So, look familiar, but just like way better now. I don't know if these are like good ones or anything. I can't remember, but I probably have pulled out the good ones. I had lots of them. Aesthetic drift cars. That's 20. Is that the first? I think it might actually have older. Publish ready, he said. I think they must be taken from that first batch. So even if it was earlier than 20th of November, I'm pretty sure that to be fair, who can be sure? Who can be sure? I don't know. I'm not sure if these are the ones. I'm getting second thoughts on this. I feel like those are actually mid-journey. Stable Diffusion. Aha. Aha. Disregard. 1,425 cars. I just found them. Let's take a look at the good folder so we don't have to be too crazed. All right. So yeah, let's open it up. So this was Stable Diffusion 1.4 when it first came out as a Discord bot like 2.5 years ago. And I knew it was going to be good when I saw this, but looking back at this now, it's a crazy reminder of what it was when it first came out, how far we've actually come since then. Because, you know, you look at this and you're like, it's cute, but it's never going to win any awards, right? And, you know, you can still see that speckly pattern in the... There's still some stuff which still comes up. Like, you see the speckly pattern? It's harder to spot nowadays, but it is still there. Love it. So these were like some of the first images that I made with the first Stable Diffusion model that came out like 2.5 years ago now. So I just wanted to show you some of those, because it's like, you know, until you look at where you came from, you can't really tell how far you've come, I think. But yeah, like I said, now it's this. Just let the CPU bottlenecking catch up. Look, that's like better than a video game now. Like, is it sharp? No, but I'm going for the retro aesthetic. I'm going for VHS. I'm going for cheap camera looks. Dude, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. That's too good. Have we got another one already? No. Not yet. Not yet. Right. Flux. Big Flux. Where's Flux at? Here. Is that Flux? Yeah, that's Flux. Okay. So we've got Flux Dev Q8. Not the one which I download. Look, see, I couldn't get the other one. So the first one I recommended is the one I've got. So how about... See, I haven't tried... Alright. Let's just try something simple, shall we? So if we say clip paste, So there we've got the image of the girl with the gun, right? And I put it to image mode. Do you know what? I'm going to put it to 1 denoise because I'm just got a funny feeling that you don't need to. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. So I'm going to say the woman with red hair is in space wearing a space suit and helmet. Is she? I didn't actually say make. See, that's bad. I'm using my elicitation stuff again, just telling me what it is. Do you know what? Just run it. And then I'll change it to change the woman with red hair to wear a spacesuit in space. I don't know. Change the woman or make the woman wear a spacesuit as well. Make the woman wear a spacesuit. That could work as well. Do that. Say, make the woman. Just simply make the woman wear a spacesuit in space. Okay. And then we wait because it's making video somewhere else. Ooh. Car park time. Wow. Oh no, he lost it. Oh no, wait, he's going into reverse. He's doing a sick parking move. Alright. Still not as good as this one. Nice tire smoke on this one. That was like, brah, and he starts blasting. Very cool, very cool. Very cool. Extremely cool. I might have to take my remote control car out on the town tonight. Do you know, it's funny, I've got a kit which has lights. So, because I thought if you're going to buy a prop car, it'd be good to have working lights on it and stuff. And do you know what the funny thing is? I haven't even hooked the lights up yet. See, the lights aren't hooked up. And the AI is just like, what? It's a car. Of course the lights are on. It's nighttime, so they must be. So you like get all that stuff for free. Do you know how many times I've been like doing special effects, right? And you had to like do frame by frame, adding the light in the exact right motion track point for the light source. You used to have to add all of that stuff yourself, and like it'd be painstaking. And now you just get the lights for free. The smoke, yeah, you just get the smoke for free. It's fine. Ooh, the back bumper went a bit Nissan there, which isn't a problem. I just mean it's strange. Like the car is changing from a Nissan to a Mustang to a Subaru, but that's my fault. The Laura is actually trained on a white Subaru, but it's an old one, and the model doesn't know the new one. Sorry, doesn't know the old one, so you get like a weird morph between new and old. It's like recognizing features, and you see how the car is wide and then it gets narrow here. See, look, it's wide and low here, and then it's short and narrow. Narrow and tall. Like the actual dimensions of the car are changing. I don't know about you, but I think that the best one was actually where it just started from the start. I think because that's where I clipped it. So I think actually, yeah, I put it over here, didn't I? I think actually the last bit was good, but I think that first bit, that's pretty good. We'll run that. Damn. So yeah, like I said, I know I've been like teasing this for ages, like, oh guys, we're gonna do this, and then finally actually did it, and it works amazingly. Because this is a combination of the old mirror trick with ControlNet video. You know, we've been doing the mirror trick with ControlNet for years. If you don't know what the mirror trick is, try taking a picture of yourself in a mirror that's about 4 feet away from you. And what will happen is the reflection will become a world within a world if you prompt it right. because the AI doesn't understand depth. So, you know, the mirror, you're standing in the mirror, it will think it's a whole room, you know, a whole new room. And so you're able to like transform objects and things that way. It's like very old now, but essentially you get to control net, and the concept of if you have a thing that's moving like this, it has the wheels, it knows what's up. Love it. What a thing. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's add this to the workflow pack. Now I've stopped doing the images again, because at the moment when I do right click save image as PNG, it crashes comfy. So can't do that no more. Can't do that one no more. Let's just minimize that and minimize that and minimize that and minimize. Wait, can't I just stop that playing? Yeah. Cool. So this is nice because I know that everybody wants to get those 9 to 16 video. Now I'll say this now. This might be a little off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Should we find out what size this actually is? That's a good idea. Because it might be that it needs a bit of cropping or whatever to get into HD. I just want to make sure. Let's find out. It's 768 by 1536, which means it needs a 25% upscale, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than a 720p. Because 720 would be 720 by 1280. This is 768 by 1536. So that means, like, it essentially means that when you do the upscale, you've actually got a bit of extra canvas to clip. It shouldn't. It should fit nicely. It should fit nicely, because when you get up to 1080, you'll have a bunch of extra height. But the thing is that, remember, we just in-painted the height. The height was out-painted for free, basically. So yeah, I mean, you could call this an out-painting workflow, to be honest. Where is it? Where's the workflow? Where have you saved it? What? Okay, I must be just blind. It's that, isn't it? It's that. You'll find all this music on Spotify as well if you're interested. It also plays on the radio station 24/7. Come on, internet. We haven't got all day. DJZ cards, that's the system I was talking about. We'll have a little talk about that in just a second. So what I want to do is go into the DJZ workflows. We're going to go down to the WAN, the big WAN. And we're going to be looking at Vase WAN, left, WAN 14B Fusion X Vase. What did you say about my face? It's fine, whatever. There it is. So yeah, like I said, that one will do the padding like we've been looking at today. So sick. I didn't expect it to work this well, to be honest. I thought it would like show an artifact, like a line. You know, I thought there'd be like a line or something that would mean it won't work, but works perfectly. Works perfectly. We don't need to see this either. We only need to see this. I don't actually know what it's doing right now, but I hope it's making progress. So how about I look at here? Oh, I mean, no, not really. Not really, no. So I'm getting images, but we haven't really had much time to do anything with this model tonight, okay? I'll admit that. But it gives us something to look at tomorrow. So we had the chance to go through the new prompt style for it anyway. Make the woman wear a spacesuit in Ghibli style. Lol. Is that not even how you spell Ghibli? No, it's not, they say. That's not how you do it either. Johnson! Anyway. So there's that. I'll make the workflows for the new context tomorrow or later, though you'll see them appear, right? So let me just see now where we're at. So we're just here waiting for that video to come out. So while we're waiting, I can show you the other things. So obviously DJZ workflows all day. DJZ cards. So this is the system I was talking about earlier. Very simple. I'm not going to go through the whole thing or demo it or anything like that. I just want to explain how it works. So the first thing you do is you obviously install this template, which you can't because it's just a README file right now. So don't get too crazy about it. But this is the idea. Every website you can have meta properties, and that's what this system is looking for when it's building the manifest for the front page. Also, I haven't done the thumbnails yet, but you can do thumbnails. So like all those cards, they will have images of what they are. And then you just do npm run build. So the beauty of this is like it's really intuitive when you think about it. Instead of having to do all the code yourself, we have a dynamically auto-generated index front page, which just lists all of the stuff. So again, just to be on the same page, this page is made automatically because it looks for, see, we got sites folder. You can't see the URL. So there's a URL there, sites, and then under it, this is a self-contained website. Okay, so if I go back to the main caption here, self-contained website, sites. So all I did was I put the websites I've already made with AI into sites as separate folders containing the index. And then I made sure that there was meta tags on every index page with a different prompt, of course. So I'm just like, look at all these indexes, make sure there's meta tags that will work with my manifest generator. So we prepare them all, and then we have the tags being driven by what it is, and then we have the tag system being driven by what are there. It's all dynamic, right? And then that means, oh, I want to get MCPs. There's my MCP showcase for Figma, right? Oh, I'm looking for Landgraph. There's vector, zero vector, right? Now, I haven't edited these myself, but you could obviously simply edit the meta tags in the index page for each microsite. And once you upload that microsite to the sites folder, all you have to do, because obviously the data's there, is do npm run build. What does it do? It searches through every single site for meta tags, builds a manifest, okay, and then outputs the index for the main. So then you just push the folder again. You sync with FTP. Done. Right? So it's a super simple way of like infinite. So you can add as many subsites as you want forever in the sites folder. You can add as many as you want, and then you just build it again. And then in your distribution, there's nothing there right now, but you'll see a website appear in distribution. And like I said, it just automates it, so you don't have to bother. So if I generate a website that does a thing, I can put it in a folder, npm build, upload the distribution folder to the website, done. And like I said, it's just all dynamic and automatic and lovely. Okay? And I want to open source this because I think it's quite a nice, like, lightweight CMS for people like us that are constantly making vibe-coded web front ends and stuff. And it runs on React, TypeScript, Vite, and Tailwind, which is very nice. It's very nice. All right. Next, Speak to Me version 2. This actually now has a release, but I haven't tested it yet because it had I think it was like 800 megabytes. I think it includes a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. It must be like a big whisper or something. I don't know. But it was a big install, so I was like, but it does work. You can speak to Ollama for free. Do you know what I mean? If you have Ollama running a local model, It's running on Electron as well, so it saves all of the logs now. See, the web version that I used in the last stream wasn't very good because it wasn't always saving everything. Sometimes it would fail for security, browser security stuff. So I thought actually a web is bad, so we'll do Electron instead. And the source code should be here. And then there's additionally the installer. There's going to be a portable installer as well, I think, coming. So yeah, ensure that Ollama is running, and then you can pick a model. They'll show up in a list. And then I think it's just got to download Whisper for the first time, and it's got to download Cockero. So Ollama serve. What? What the heck? I've never even tried this. I didn't do this. But yeah, it allows you to talk to your local model, and then it will talk back by chunking the response. So if it's a very long response, it'll chunk it. It filters out the thinking, all that, but it saves all of the responses as text files and audio. So if you've got like an audio project and blah, blah, blah. It was a nice little proof of concept. It's the second update, the version 2, as I say. Works nicely. There's a few problems still, but it's like I said, it's a good solid update. The main thing with this one is running Node TypeScript Electron, which is a little bit nicer. Oh yeah, and then Careless Whisper V2 came out running on .NET 8, which is ready. It's got the initial release. Basically, you push a hotkey, talk, let go, and what you said is in your copy paste. That's what it is. It's just a productivity tool using Whisper Tiny, but it has a nice system tray interface. Yeah, and like I said, this is a revamp of an older project I did in February, but like, you know, redone with all the latest AI, and it works much nicer than the last version too. I've actually been using it. So the only problem is if you have a bad internet connection, because I test things on a low spec PC, a high spec PC, and a PC with a really bad internet connection, and a lot of this AI stuff falls over because you can't download X, Y, and Z, or X, Y, and Z, little download failed, and then the whole thing. So the auto downloading stuff is cool, but I might think in V3 to make it no user put model in folder, because then at least you know it works, and if you have it, you don't need to do it. Because what I've been finding is he'll download it every bloody time you open the app if you're not careful. Do you know what I mean? So that's pointless. We want him to download it once and have a cache. But like I said, stuff like that, you have to change the app because it's like a behavior you got to change. Right, obviously the prompt, I did give out the prompt. This is how it was built. This is all the stuff. So if you want to make a fork of my project, or just take my prompts and just completely redo it, this would be a Whisper Ollama Cockero stack. See, what I was thinking about doing actually was redoing this for API based, okay, because API will be much quicker. So instead of just changing it to a quicker model forever, make an API version, because this is free forever. You want free forever? This one's free forever. Whisper's free, Cockero's free. It's all local on your machine. Ollama talks to a local model on your machine. It doesn't get any more private and free than that. But if you want speed and you want the best, we're going to talk about API. So that means you're going to need probably 11, no, not 11 labs. Probably the Whisper API. It's still the best, but just doing it with an API call in purely, right? So there's no downloads, right? No downloads, no GPU required. That's what you're aiming for. And then instead of Ollama, I would use OpenRouter. So you add an OpenRouter key, and then you can just have ChatGPT, Sonnet, whatever you want. And then as for the speech, I think 11 labs. And I think then the question is, how quickly can you get this to run? Because technically, you've got to go from you to Whisper, text back to your OpenRouter prompt, and then back out and back again, and then out. And so it's like, you know what I mean? It's 3 calls. If they all happen quickly, you're looking at a couple of seconds. So but the performance would be much, much, much better. Obviously, ain't free, but this one is free. What I found was, even with a 4090, you're still waiting a long time to get the speech back. So now the bottleneck is actually the speech, because even this is real time. This is real time speech. Okay, so you know you have 4 minutes of speech. Shouldn't be able to do it in 4 minutes, or so is the claim. But the thing is that it can only actually process a certain amount. So I had to come up with an entire chunking system and a queuing system with like a moving window, so that it would like make them in chunks of 10 at a time. And it struggled on a 4 gigabyte system. That struggled on a 24 gigabyte system. It didn't feel much faster, but it didn't struggle. So there's still a lot of room for improvement. That's why I'm thinking just go pure API in the next version, or in a different offshoot version. Okay, what else have we got? Don't forget 0 Vector 3. Everything is still being worked on that side. I think that's everything in it. Careless Whisper, DJZ cards, the new website is up. The context thing is relevant again. Can you say flux? Yeah, there you go. You can filter for flux. Because I know that this is going to get massively, massively out of hand. I did want to leave you with one thing, which is a bit like it's Tins technology, guys. This one's for you, Tins fans. We'll leave you with this. Last thing we do, right? And don't forget, don't mess up your kebabs and your snakes. Okay. This is a really good document. I need to download this. Screaming snake case. Oh my god, screaming snake? Wait, did you just make that up? Is that real? Oh my god, it's real. Oh my god, it's actually real. Screaming snake case is real? Okay, that is the wackiest one. So screaming snake case is real. In case you're wondering why that's relevant, when you're doing AI coding, the AI will often mix up these different types because you didn't know it, but you were actually mixing these types. So if you were making Python with HTML, HTML would prefer you use kebab, but Python wants snake. And then if you're now going to be using React or some other Java framework, you might end up actually needing camel. And then I just found out that screaming snake case exists. So yeah, it gets better every day. You just can't make it up. I'm going to read some comments before I get into this last task of the day, which is going to be fun, okay? Have you trained in LoRa as well? Thank you, Dragon, for catching that guy asking about LoRa training, because I'll be real, guys, like Nagraj, I literally sit here every day and I could do a 5-6 hour stream on just that. So like, you know, we'll help you, but you do need to get a little bit more involved than you know, what you can get from a chat, although the guys in the chat here will help you out, I'm sure. Let's see, they're all talking about stuff. Yeah, screaming snake case. Secure screaming snake case. So it starts with an underscore at the beginning. Brilliant. What's that? SSSC. Alright, let's get a new chat. We're going to do that last thing. Now for this one, I'm going to need a donor project. And for that, I'm going to use this. Funny, we only made this 2 hours ago. So click on the README, download it, and get back to the chat. Wait, where'd the chat go? There it is. We're gonna make ourselves a new one. So here we go, README. Now this is gonna be, we've reverse engineered README files into working software, okay? So that means you get the README, nothing else, and you make software, and it works, and it does the same thing as what the README was describing. So now here we've got a README which describes a system. Now, so let's just start typing. So we can begin the design of an educational website which will introduce and explain how to use the tool described in the document. We will include lessons for all skill levels, from user to from new user. No, you can't even say that. From basic level, who do not know what .json is. I love how I didn't even spell basic right. Good stuff. Basic level to intermediate level, some experience, to developer level, eats code for breakfast. Okay. I think that's pretty solid. Okay. The focus of the content is described in the attached readme.md. The focus of the content is to describe in the attached readme is described in the attached readme.md. We can build the, I'm going to say microsite, using React, and then I'm just going to say a bunch of things. I'm going to say React, Vite, Tailwind. Do you know what? I actually feel like React. No, it's Next.js that can't do Tailwind. That's right. Well, I might be wrong there, but whatever. React, Vite, Tailwind. That'd be the CSS. Font awesome because it is. And often I'd say HTML5, but I don't want to make him too confused. Because it's essentially like saying, it's like walking into a pizza restaurant and saying you want all the meat, you know. This is what I'm doing. Okay. So what we're doing here is readme to website. Readme to website. So it's like an attitude where we know we had enough information in the tins to make the software without the software from the README. There's 431 lines here. Let's go. Now, sometimes I do prefer to make a document, not actually the website. So the reason I'm not doing that is so that he'll do it in the browser here and we can just instantly see it. Because often when you're building React, Vite, Tailwind, that's a stack. So it's not going to be a self-contained HTML file. So like, you know, it's a bit of a mess doing that in a chat like this. I prefer to use the IDE VS Code. So what I'll do is I'll get him to write me a plan. Yeah, so write up this web design as a plan, as a detailed a detailed plan using instructions no, not step by step, including instructions Code examples, full code examples, not snippets. Full code examples, and what else? Write up this web design as a detailed plan, including instructions, full code examples, and notes for the development team in a document named something plan, catamaran plan, a document named React Dev Team Handoff.md. So in other words, simulating the idea that we have a team and we're just going to pass plans between teams. Okay, really, we're just going to have a different agent do it, but he doesn't know that. So here we have our website. As it turns out, see, it's not. It's a TSX, which means it's running in their cloud as what it is. So we can't, well, we can just download it as a TSX, okay, but it won't run. So because of that, yeah, see, this is what we've got, look. This is what we got. So what I tend to do is get him to write it in like this, because there'll be files that we don't have here or whatever. But yeah, look at this. Effortless site discovery. Why choose the thing with the thing and the thing? Oh, this is how you do it. Add this to your thing and then add it. Ta-da! It's actually super simple, you know. I probably didn't explain it very well earlier. But yeah, basically, wait, start learning. Beginner, intermediate. We've only got beginner. Okay, whoa, what is it? Oh my goodness me, it's made a whole bunch of stuff. Do we have any of these? No. Why are you calling it OragenAI? Oregano. Please write up this web design as a detailed plan, as a complete and detailed plan, including instructions, full code examples, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Required to complete the first fully working, production ready build. All right, and this is like this applies to anything and everything. This is your anything box. This is your how do you create anything you want. It doesn't matter what the website was about. It doesn't matter what the software was about. It's what you wanted it to do. And then just trust the process. So again, we've already got the thing, right? So we've got the thing. This is our template essentially, right? But when you do it with the IDE, it'll actually build out all these other pages and everything else, which is why I prefer to get a solid plan from the chat and then build it out in VS Code with Klein and everything else, because you'll actually have this stack running. It's not just a chat that's missing everything. Look, see, this is what we should have, right? So by doing it with the chat on its own, which is what everyone is doing, everyone will make it in the chat, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that when you actually look at the plan, look at all the files. We got one. It gave us one file. Look at all these files that we don't have. If I look in the artifacts, look, there's nothing. We've got one file, which does work, to be fair, but there's nothing here. You know, it's empty. There's no actual... It's there, but there's nothing there, like. So, like, look, if I click on examples, nothing. Back practice, nothing. Tutorials, nothing. None of that is real. Nothing. But every now and then, start learning. Okay, intermediate, developer. Oh, look, it's changed. Look. Beginner, intermediate, developer. So it knows what it has to do, but it kind of shortcutted to just doing the front end, and then the links don't work, right? But when you do it with this plan, yeah, it will have all of the lessons, all of the pages, everything there. And it will be like, okay. And like I said, you don't want to be getting into making all of those stupid files on a chat. I did it in the past when this was the only way to do it. It's a waste of time now. It'll do all of that stuff instantly if you have your setup right. So there's no point in copy pasting and downloading files and putting them all in the right. There's not really much point in doing that anymore, unless you're like just changing one file. But even that's dodgy because he needs to see everything, so that you've got to have an idea. Until something comes out that's better, it's what I fall back to now. Do you know what I mean? Like Oh yeah, look at that, everyone. 2022, Stable Diffusion 1.4. That's where it all began. It all started right there. All started right there. So crazy to me to see how far we've come. Look at that. I recorded this with a video. Did this with. I'm just gobsmacked, guys. Is it perfect? No. But 2.5 years ago, it was a lot worse. And look at this now. Video. It almost looks real. It almost looks real. Like, there's a few things that don't make sense that give it away. But they'll figure that out. This is open source. You know what I mean? We're running this on our local machine. So you just think what we'll be able to do in 6 months or a year. Can you see that? Even look at the back of the car, it lights up. When our car is lined up, it lights up from the headlights. That's a crazy little detail. Mental. It's donut time. There was a 1.3 custom version named Waifu Diffusion. Yeah, that was trained on. Because the thing is, they call it SD13, but they only actually released the 1.5 weights. The 1.4, sorry, 1.4, 1.5. Unless there was a 1.3. To be fair, don't quote me, man. It's been a long time. All I remember is when it first came out, it was only a Discord bot. So those images I was showing you, they were all from that first Discord bot that came out because I was lucky enough to get access on day one. They had to do waves because it was so popular, and I was lucky to get in on day one. So I managed to make a buttload of images, and they're like in the time capsule now because, you know, this used to be. I think these took about, it was about 2 minutes to make each one. And like now we're making this in the same amount of time, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Or somewhere close, you know. 81 frames in... Okay, well, technically some of those disco diffusion things weren't even the same as, they weren't even really stable diffusion. They were using a different type of synth art. I don't even know, like, you're going back now. Let me look it up. Because it literally doesn't matter, but let's take a little blast. When did it come out? 3 years ago. What does it actually run on? 2021, 2021, 2022. Right, so the first thing he said, quality of life. Catherine Crowson's secondary model method. Well, she's famous, okay? She's like one of the core people for the K sampler, Catherine sampler. I used to say. Rivers have wings. See? Crowson KB. These are big names. Multiple clip models. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's like, it's the same sort of primitive stuff that we used to mess around with. Frankenstein. It's still up there if you want to mess with it. But yeah, like I said, 3 years ago would have been 2022 in the summer, which is the exact same time period I'm talking about. That November timestamp is just when I saved those images to train a custom model on the images. You know, that's a curation, not an original timestamp. I don't remember when it came out. I do not remember. I still can't believe this worked well. It's like it's worked so well. In fact, you might just train different model looks and see what the difference is. The one thing I didn't test was releasing the diffusion. I want to see if we can do it, because sometimes you can, sometimes it makes a mess. So I'll take it down to 0.75 and then 0.5 and see what we get. And then we can come back to flux next time. So I think that's it. So let's just see how we're getting on with our prompt. There it is. So right. So here we have our plan. So I would take this, and then I would go into Visual Studio Codage. And I would go folder open, and let me just get that quickly. So let's open this up. I've got a different one already in there. So what's this one going to be? I've forgotten. It's like the modular front page, mod page, something like that. MOF. So then obviously we're going to take that React dev team handoff. Oh, okay, that was weird. I missed. I want to put it there. Get rid of that. I generally put it in a docs folder just to keep it nice. Like that. There we go. Open it up. Make sure we've actually got the correct API and everything set up. Okay, there we go. Yep, nice. Whoops. And then we're going to go into the thing. And I'm just literally going to say, we can execute the plan defined inside at handoff. There we go. Check I haven't made any monkey errors. There we go. Plan. Simple as that. What's this? Nigraj is saying? I only use Sage Attention. Tcache no good. I agree. Sage Attention is like a meme over here. So every time we have to mess with it, it just cooks everything. Oh, there's a Martin Bernard. I didn't see him. Death by drugs is better than death by lack of braking. Yeah, for sure. People talking about cars and turbos and Fiats. A Nova. No, my friend had the Nova. I had a friend with a Nova. I did not have a Nova. I had a Corolla. I was a Toyota boy. Oh my goodness. You guys have been so chatty tonight. I'm not sure if I even have time to read all this stuff out. Moderator in Discord. There are no moderators in Discord. Yet. They're like the secret police. You don't even know they exist. No, we just have like helpful members. We don't have moderators. Renault 5 with the GT Turbo body kit. Nice. Nothing like a turbo VR6. I think it's called a 6R4 or something. I forget now. Metro 6R4. That was a good one. Sucked into the back of the car. Which isn't there because they removed that too. Okay, that's it. All caught up. Perhaps members wanted to see context or Google CLI. Yeah, probably. But you know how it is. We spent the entire time doing Vase. Classic Johnson style. Then we did all the updates. Context and Google. We did actually do an entire context tutorial and showed a bit of that off. But we didn't have time for Google CLI tonight. Did I put that in the title? Did I put it in the title? I feel bad now. Did I put that in the title? To be honest, I might just go back to meme titles again. Hang on. Me. OragenAI, Ollama time, Writers Club. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, you didn't really see much Ollama, for sure. We didn't see much Ollama, but it was there in spirit the whole time. You just couldn't see it. You just couldn't see the Ollama. Download my Whisper tools and use the Ollama. Use Speak to Me. There you go. There's your Ollama, guys. Yeah, I think that tomorrow we'll probably take a look at the Google CLI. Like I said, let's just have a quick look at that real quick here. Because it offers a way to access some of the stuff I've been doing with Claude Code, but without having to well, I don't know actually. I don't know that. Gemini CLI is the end game. It's better than Claude Code, they say. And it's free, which is super cool. Here we go. Look, Google Gemini. Here he is. Gemini Code. It's cooked. I'm going to be messing with this tonight. In fact, that's it. I'm going to be playing around with this tonight. Thank you very much. I'm Drift Johnson. This is Scuffed Epoch. That's the end of the show. I'll see you all tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all next time.
I'll take what you got.